Oh shit. Here we go again.
Let's talk about it. You wanna talk? Let's talk. Let's talk to Cassie. Let's go.
Let's talk it over, let's talk on over, let's talk
I drink
about
and I know things.
everything.
Let's talk it out. Let's talk about everything, everything.
And let's give them something to talk about. A little mystery to figure out. And let's give them something to talk about.
1, 2, 3, go.
Hey, we got T. Kelly, Sally, Ryan, Brenner. Rockabit, hey, T. Kelly, I heard back from YouTube today. Can't use that outro. Can't use that exit music. I can use it, but it can't be monetized or with any video it's in. So, how is that voice? Hey, Sally. Yeah, it sucks. I really like that outro, that exit, but the last 2 times I had a copyright claim, you have 30 days, they have 30 days, to respond, and the company never responded back to YouTube, so it was dropped, and I there was nothing. I mean, it was nothing anyway, just, they would have got the money for that video, which isn't a whole bunch, a couple pennies. But they didn't get it because they didn't respond within the 30 days, so that off, it was okay. So there was no claim. But yeah, that sucks. You put a lot of work into that. Yeah, very much what I can understand it. Yeah. Let me try something. Is that better? Is that better, T? Ryan, I don't even know who you are. Why would I mod you? This is the first time you've been here. Hey, Al. Anyway, can you hear me better now? Okay. I don't think my mic was plugged all the way in my jack, but anyway. Sorry about that, guys. I've never had anybody come in and ask me if they could be a mod. Okay. But don't know you, so yeah. Hey, has anybody seen or heard from Saucy yet? I miss Saucy. So there's just been so much talked about news conferences, interviews, and everything over Rudy. This whole it's a lot. And everybody's talking about it. And honestly, that's why I haven't. Everybody and their mom, their sister, their brother, their cousin, their aunt, their uncle, their grandpa, everybody's talking about it. I'm over it. It's just I'm tired of hearing about it. It's I don't know what the truth is. Is the mom has the mom done her done stuff? Absolutely. Ooh. But this whole thing just don't make sense. There's just too many, and the actors involved. Big, beyond red flag. It's just there's a lot, and some people think it's the police trying to save face. Hey, Clemson girl, pissed off. I don't know. Hey, KCG, I don't know. All I know is there's some problematic people involved that I don't even understand why they're involved, because even if the mom did call, okay, there has to be a line where, okay, no, that's it. You're overstepping. That's enough. But it's just getting crazier and crazier. And where was, I have questions like, where was the family all this time? Why didn't, I don't know. It's like everybody wants their 5 minutes and everybody's getting it. I don't know. I guess we won't know the world. I just don't know what to believe. I really don't know what to believe. Do I think the mom was, yeah, different? Sure. But I don't know about this other stuff. And this just, like I said, all the actors involved. Hand pink waving. What does that mean? What does that mean, by the way? Everyone talking and don't know what they are talking about or who. Yeah. Hey, T. Marie. Yeah, I couldn't sleep. So I figured I never just pop on and don't really want to do nothing, but I'm packing lunch for my dad and cleaning fruit and cutting it up. So I'll be listening. Oh, okay, Gina Marie, thank you. I did lunches because my son's going out fishing with his buddy on his boat, and he's taking the little one because his buddy's taking his nephew, and they're around the same age, which I don't think the two guys are going to get much fishing done with, the littles, but hey, I get a couple hours. I'll get to just spend time with my girl, which, it's with 2 and them being so close together in age, 5 and, well, she'll be 8 here pretty soon. Beginning of August. She's going to be 8 years old. Wow. But because they're so close in age, it's like, I don't really get a lot of one-on-one time with her like I'd like to. And my husband's work schedule, you don't push one aside. You got to make it work. So tomorrow morning, we're going to have the morning together, and she's got this really nice jewelry kit to make some earrings. I made sure it had some good stuff in it, not the cheap little beads and stuff. And she's been saving it for, a certain time. So we're going to do that in the morning. She wants to make some earrings. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not going, LG. I'm glad I'm not going. Because as soon as he sees that little island there where they're going to be fishing, and it's going to be full of them little sand crabs, he's going to be in his glory. He's going to be running everywhere. He's fine, but he does like to fish. It's an emoji, but sometimes the picture don't show, only words. And pink waving. Okay. I've often wondered. I know. I'm way behind on the emoji stuff. Way behind. But my girl's going to be 8, and she all she's been asking for. She wants to go to Legoland, and they have a Peppa Pig park part that they opened up. She wants to go there, and she wants to go to Legoland's water park. Of course, something that, right. And her birthday's right when school closed too. That sucks, but I will make sure my girl has a good birthday as always. I have a fishing pole and have not fished in years. Yeah, it was. My husband hasn't really done a lot of fishing since he used to fish a lot. And we had a boat for a little bit, but then we got rid of it. It was just me and him. We didn't have the kids then. And we weren't using it, so we just got rid of it. He sold it. But that was something him and our son did all the time. All the time. And once, we lost him, he just, I don't know, kind of lost interest in fishing. I'm glad he's starting to go again. One of your friends just took his children to Legoland. Yeah, they didn't have Peppa Pig, and we didn't get to do the water park when we did go. And then Dallas ended up sick half the day. So, but yeah, she really wants to go for her birthday. And they're having ticket deals. So they're having because we don't live, but maybe an hour away. Maybe a little bit more if traffic's bad. But they're having 2-day ticket deals where you can get all three. A pass for all three. Because it's a separate fee if you just get Legoland, and then if you want to go to Peppa Pig Land, that's an extra fee. I think it was $37 more per ticket or something like that. But if you and then the water parks, of course, a separate deal. But they have the 2-day, and since we live so close, we could do the parks one day and the water park the next day. Since it's only an hour one way. But I think the tickets they started at $149.99, which is a lot, but it isn't a lot when you're getting, even though Peppa Pig Land isn't that big. It's just another extension to Legoland, but it's worth it for the kids. I mean, that's 3 parks. I guess that's a good deal. I mean, it doesn't include your food and your tax, and down here you got to pay a fee for buying the tickets, but it's worth it for her. Hey, Helen. Hey, dear Krabby. And she's going to be 8, so I can't believe she's going to be 8. Can't believe it's been that long. She was only 4. She was little, and and to look at pictures of her now and pictures over the last 4 years is crazy. The change is really something else. Hey, Tazzy. So, when my youngest daughter was a teen, we had season passes to 2 different amusement parks. It was worth it if you're close enough. I thought about that, Al, because they have season passes, I want to get the ones back. We had summer night passes last year for SeaWorld. Oh, I wish I would have got something. But in the long run, it is cheaper to buy the passes than to just pay for one day. But it depends if the passes have the special where you can go to all 3 places and what the deal is on them. But I thought about that too. Because it wouldn't require, over $300 up front just to get the tickets. You could just make your payments every month, put your down payment down, whatever they charge. It depends. And it was a great deal for SeaWorld because we got to go back anytime we wanted to. And we used it a lot more than what the one-day pass would have been. But she has this in her head that she's going to Disneyland for Christmas. She's been talking about that since last Christmas nonstop. She just has it in her head. So, hey, she needs to find a prince. Yeah, they are hell. And like I said, it's an hour away. You know, that's why SeaWorld, an hour away. Maybe a little bit over an hour. Depends what kind of mood you're in and what kind of traffic you have. But that's what she wants. And they start school August 10th. So kids used to start at the end of, first it was after Labor Day, after my birthday. And then they moved it to the end of August. And every year they move it up and up and up. And now we're almost to the beginning of August. The kids actually start school now like 3 weeks or more sooner than when my goddaughters went to school. It's crazy. Hi, Ryan. Who are you? I'm just saying hi, welcoming you. You got. It's strange you came in and asked me to mod you when I've never seen you before. I had Six Flags for years. Yeah, that would be cool. You get started on the 9th? Wow. Yeah, and this year I got 2 to buy school clothes for. Dallas goes to kindergarten full time this year. You spent over $20,000 at Disney World. Oh my God. Bet you had a blast. She wants to go for Christmas. She's talked about it. She wanted to go last year for Christmas, but we couldn't. Why couldn't we? Something happened. I don't know. I don't remember. But we had so many Christmas parties and stuff to go to too. But this year, I mean, she's talked about it nonstop. And Daddy Frank will make it happen for her. She will see Disneyland. Maybe not Christmas Day, but she will see it during the Christmas festivities. Yeah. Okay, what do you guys want to, who do you want to peek in on? I just came up to really just bullshit. But T, did you hear me about that music? Does that not suck? Al, T made me this really cool outro music, exit music. And she did the music and it changed, I mean, it's her. And this company says no, it's theirs. And it's ridiculous. It's not. I've never gotten an answer back within days. It's weird. But they want their 2 pennies. Actually, it was 3 pennies. The 3 cents. They really wanted their share. They can have it. I don't know if any of you guys. Oh, you weren't here. How earlier when I did that with Charlotte, how I was trying to show how Charlotte is, how she will actually get on here and do something, and then get on here a few days later and totally spin and twist it. Like, I don't know why people are mad at me. I don't know why people say I lied, and then sit there and lie about exactly what she did. And I have to give it to Flavor. Flavor was right. Isn't that going after someone's real life? And she did give the name of the school. And then went into detail about the classes and the fees and the refund policy and everything else. But then, did a live saying that link had nothing to do whatsoever with Michelle. It was an email, a random email from a random person, and she didn't know, so she just clicked the link. She had no idea. But it wasn't about Michelle. But it was all about Michelle. I don't believe it was an email. I believe it was Charlotte. But, that's just my opinion. Anyway. To me, that's going real life. That's maybe lightly. But it's still going into someone's personal life outside of YouTube. What business was it of hers whether Michelle does or does not go to these classes? What business is it of hers whether Michelle has or don't have a job? I don't understand that. It's not my business what Charlotte does. I don't ask her why she don't have a job. You know, it's not my business. But apparently, I mean, Michelle hasn't been around YouTube for like what 2 weeks or something. They said, okay. Anyway, supposedly this is true, that it was some type of job and it was something she had to. I don't know, but regardless whether it's true or not true, Charlotte had no. It's not content for YouTube, but you know, she did a whole live about it. Then she turned around and did a whole live saying that she didn't do a whole live about it, that because it wasn't about Michelle, it was just all random. So you're going to take a random email from somebody you don't know about some random stupid classes at somewhere, and you're going to do a whole live on it. You're going to do content out of it. Okay. Nope. Okay. I don't get it. Oh, maybe I'm making too much out of it. But she did say the name of the school, and I'm sorry, but that's just going real light. You know, maybe not as heavy, but isn't it going real light when you butt into a part of someone's life, no matter what it is? You know what I mean? I mean, what if it's true? What if she really did have this job and really did need to take this class? And you just told everybody where she was taking the class and everything else about the classes. So, I don't know. I only have a few songs I've sung on my channel that they claimed copyright on. But I'm not monetized, so they can't get shit. Yeah, it's crazy. I really like that intro. And I just have the intro itself loaded to my channel because I had to take it out of the video, the live that I had it on. And I don't even have monetization turned on, and I have it under members because I knew they were claiming it and I wanted to dispute it. But I lost, so I'm not going to pay them. You know, the 3 pennies. I'm sorry, but eventually those 3 pennies will add up to something. You know, could be a ticket to Legoland or yeah, they can't. No. And YouTube Shorts is ridiculous. If we can't use the music, why is it there? I really like the intros LG and Nunya did for me, but I get a copyright claim and have to dispute it every time I use them. And those are the ones that fall off because nobody responds back to YouTube. So it just falls off. There's no more, the copy claim goes away and they don't get their, I think one video was like 6 cents and the other video was like 8 cents. But they don't get none of that because they didn't respond. So YouTube put them back in the green. With, you know, but it's crazy. And I don't know why we have YouTube music. Because if you use the short music and they think it's too much, they're going to strike you. Or not strike you, but copy claim you. Yeah. I've never had a strike. But copy claims for music. Like 3 seconds to 5 seconds. That's all it takes. I did a Cedar song that Headstones requested. She has never used it, but said they didn't copyright it. Well, that's cool. They did mine. Will y'all leave my neighbor alone? Her name is Michelle. I never followed the Michelle stuff. I don't think I ever really commented ever. But I wasn't really commenting on Michelle. I was commenting on Charlotte and Flava. I've never got into the Michelle. I just wouldn't feed into it because I was there when it all started, and I still believe that's who's been behind it and been a part of it all along to this day. But, that's just my opinion. And I just wasn't going to play into that shit. Because things were just so far out of hand with all that. With most of the people involved, nope. I don't need to go there. Don't need to be that dirty. Go that low. Nope. A lot of stuff that's been said and put out there by people about her and about others by her has no business being on YouTube. Not my cup of tea, nor none of them that participated in it. But that's just my opinion. But I think that saying the name of the school, which she clearly did, Flava played it. Of course, when Charlotte played her version of it, there was nothing like that in there, of course. And she didn't even show the live that she actually made this email, this random email, into content for a whole live. But it wasn't about Michelle. But the whole video was about Michelle. And what she didn't even show any of that when she was trying to say she didn't do it and was defending herself. We watched it, but yeah. She said she can't just quit. It's going to take weeks, if not months, for people to quit, for her to quit talking about Michelle. Like, okay, just stop it. But you're not obsessed. Okay. We left off with her where she was going back at ski. I don't even know if I want to watch the rest of her. We can watch somebody and laugh. Who can we watch and laugh at? What's Betty up to? I think Betty's planning herself a little getaway and is trying to be all coy and cocky about it. Looks like I will make another They Can't Fuck With. Makes me so mad. Me too. Because I like that one. And it don't make sense, T, because it just don't make sense. Okay, what do you guys want to, who do you want to listen to? Yeah, I know, don't hurt your channel, T. They just take the money. Hey, you know what? They make you get to $100 before they'll start making your direct deposits. Yeah. It's crazy what they do. Or so that's what they told me. But I don't know. I don't think they've made one yet. They might have. I'll have to check. Believe me, the couple pennies that they pay you per ad, it's sad that they even want to share in that revenue. Okay, that's a penny? I mean, is it? It's not like it pays big bucks or nothing for us tiny channels. The song I'm Coming Home, I just did for my Missing Kids Found video. Didn't get a copyright claim. Fantastic. Leave Karen and Michelle alone. Tazzy, did you have a gummy or something tonight? Are you going to be fun? Because you'll have fun if you eat a couple gummies and then watch Charlotte deny if she did anything and then watch what she actually did. You'll get a good laugh. But she does nothing but talk about Michelle. But she's not obsessed, and she hardly, and she's hardly talked about her every fucking video, every freaking short for the past, I don't know how many months. And, well, she never loses Katie Joy. Katie will forever be a part of her life. For no one knows why. She don't know why at this point. She's just had so much hate for this person for so long. She just, it don't matter. She's actually wanting her to lose her income, to lose her channel, to lose things. She wants things to happen to Katie. Katie has a family. But she tries to play that she's this good, sweet, little innocent grandma. But actually listen to her words. And I played it earlier. She actually wants Katie to lose things. She wants her to be hurt. Who is she to be judge and jury of someone like that? When she gets on here and does a lot of crap herself. But as soon as someone starts coming back at her, she starts going on here. Woe is me. Well, I'm tired of everybody calling me a liar. I'm tired of people lying on me. Well, you lied on yourself. I played that earlier too. And then you keep going even harder. Yeah. Yeah, no. She is, her and LB are so much alike. It's like, I'm good, I would never, I'm innocent, I'm naive, and all the while, man, you got all the knife jabs going in your back, and you're not even turning it or digging it in there. And they keep doing it, thinking nobody knows better. While they're throwing their subtle jabs, the whole time they're doing content. No, thank you. No, thank you. Sorry, guys, I was on a rant. I pulled a Betty. So. What? Oh my God, 8 weeks? That doesn't make sense. Just stop. Yeah, she. Go look at her. I'm not kidding you. You should see all these videos. It's insanity. It's true obsession. But she says she throws other content in there because she may take 5 minutes and talk about a different subject just so she can say she had other content. But no. She does, once in a while slide in or do a little something about something else. But Charlotte wants those numbers. She gets those numbers when she does this. She don't get these numbers when she don't. I get it. Everybody wants numbers. People want the drama. It's just when is enough is enough. How many times do you get to come on here? Just when is enough is enough. When is it taken, into obsession and just too far? I don't know. Apparently, there's not lines that people won't cross. And some like to do it sneaky, thinking that they're smarter and slicker than everybody else and can get one over on you, but just pay attention when you watch them. I mean, I don't like her. It's not that I don't like her. I don't like her content. Let's put it that way. I don't like that. I think it's weird that you can hate someone you don't know, you've never met. You probably have very little phone contact, if any, with either. I don't know. To the point where they control your life because you spend hours and hours a day stalking any and everything you can about these people on every social media platform there is. If some Joe Blow puts a tweet out about Without a Crystal Ball or Michelle, she's on it within minutes, if not seconds. That's weird. She knows more about Katie and Michelle than they know about themselves. That's weird. But it's not obsession. She's not obsessed. I want to talk about Shaggy, Scooby-Doo, Scrappy, Velma, Fred, Daphne again. Oh my God. Taz, do you need to hear the toxic gossip train? If we can visit a circus, I think there's a tube top wearing potatoes somewhere. Betty, I don't know if she's been interesting lately. The stream I want to review, I didn't screen record like a dummy, and I think it was the July 4th one. The one she either privated or deleted. You know, have a PHP because she's such a dumbass. We can see what she's got loaded, and we can watch her. We don't have to watch Charlotte. I'm fine with that. Charlotte may put you all to sleep. With her, oh, I'm just such a good granny. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell everybody all about you. I'm going to do behind the scenes. I can't with that one. And sadly, I think if she would get in this, it may take a minute, but if her audience is there to really watch her, like I hope you guys are, when I'm, I don't care how many's in here. It's just people actually come here. That's what's cool. I'll get there eventually. And I started with not knowing how to do nothing more than turn on a freaking laptop. And I've come a long way since then. And it'll get better and better. And it will. But I'm not going to come on here and totally obsess about a person to the point it affects my life. And when you spend that many hours a day for years, 2-3 years, obsessing about every little thing, it becomes part of you. That's weird. I'm not, no. No. Even as a teenager, when you swoon all over the teen magazines and stuff and all the young actors and stuff, I never cared to know where they lived or what they did. I just didn't care. It really didn't matter to me because But if it came to their songs, I could tell you about their songs, but I couldn't tell you about the other stuff. LG is Yogi Bear. I made mushrooms tonight, not the other kind. Oh. Well. So, not the other kind. Are you talking about I'm being all serious? Oh, I'm sorry. You want to laugh? We'll laugh. I found one of my float pens that still had some in the little vial. I was so happy. KJ's not exciting. Not at all. I don't get that either. Nope. She's not. She's not. Not even when she was drunk on an Instagram live or a Facebook live. It's not exciting. I think her content's very dry. Very monotone, very stiff. But that's just my opinion. You know, I'm not a KJ fan. You will? Oh, that'd be cool. So, y'all want to see if Eddie has anything for us to laugh at? No, T. Marie. T. Marie, do you need to hear the song? Is that it? You know, I'm going to get that girl's, that's going to be a hit for that girl. It pretty much already is. She's got more views on that video than singers make with big hit songs. Tiger Beats. No, Taz, I love you in chat. You just go ahead and have fun, Tazzy. You are a blast to have in chat. Molly got stuck in the 90s. Yeah, she never. Yeah, that's. Molly's. She'll play this music in the background and she'll act like she's this, oh, I'm so into it. I can jam. And but have you ever seen any of the little clip videos that I did see back, very short, of her being out? Molly needs to stay in that chair jamming because it ain't happening when she gets up. Okay, the feet and the hands ain't happening. So she's a chair dancer. That's it, when you go out to the nightclubs and stuff, you'll see these people and all they do is sit there and bebop in their chair, but they don't actually get up and dance. Yeah, I know. I have weird terminology for people. There are parodies of it. You like her Duggar content? Yeah, see, I got to give her props. Here I go again. I have to freaking stick up for her. You know what, Charlotte? That's one thing I don't like about you. You make me have to stick up for her without a crystal ball. If I want Duggar information, honestly, or Sister Wives, or debates, or any of them, that's exactly where I go. And they keep saying how wrong she always is. But no, honestly, I mean, her delivery and maybe some of the things she reports that maybe she should hold back and not report. But she's been pretty, oh, gosh, I hate to say this. I don't want to say it. You guys say it. She's been good, okay? Molly plays that music because Laura told her clip channels wouldn't clip her if she plays music. Are you kidding me? Doesn't she realize it's background noise and you can take it out? I mean, that is stupid. Even I know that. And hell, if YouTube snags it, you can just let them take the background out. It won't take out the talking. It'll take out the music. But and that's just, yeah. That would be advice Laura would give. That'd be right up there with, yeah. I know, not kidding you. Of course, we were talking about Laura Mooley. Oh, we haven't. Have you guys checked in on her lately? I know Laura's got to be laying it into someone. She always is and has some of the most stupidest things to say. We can either check out Betty or we can check out Laura. I haven't checked out Laura in a while. I don't know. Last I heard, she was in her car saying how she don't talk about nobody. She don't do drama. And she just doesn't She leaves people alone. She don't care what they do. But then you go back to her channel and look at her videos. But she don't talk about nobody. She don't care what people do. She don't do the drama stuff. I was going to play it to review it, and then I forgot about it. Someone made a short directed to her saying that it can be taken out. Oh, they still don't get it. Why do drama when you can be drama? Exactly. What happened to the uni ball? One ball? I don't know. Supposedly Steve made a post on Twitter. I haven't went and looked. Something about, I don't know if he's lying and telling people that the JLR got his summary, but he didn't. It wasn't granted. There's no reason for a summary judgment to be granted. Uni has an attorney that actually responded to the court, and it's a matter of public record. And yes, I've seen it. It's legit. He has an attorney. They did respond. So that's bullshit. And if Steve is saying it, either he's just outright being dishonest, or JLR gave him some crappy paperwork. I don't know. But and you're not going to get a summary judgment that quickly either. I don't know, T. Kelly. I think Nonsense has said something a few days ago about him doing a live or something, but I don't know. Yeah, I haven't looked. I don't know. I haven't heard about Lobster Man lately either. I want some real lobster. Lobster Man Steve. That's about them dollar store lobster rolls, right? I didn't even know they sold damn lobster rolls at the dollar store. I'm not buying. I think he went live either yesterday or the day before. Oh, yeah, Nonsense had mentioned something. Oh, I thought that was longer. Maybe. See, I'm all mixed up this week because of the damn holiday on a Tuesday. Still can't believe it's Friday. Almost over. But, yeah, she did mention something, but I don't know why I thought that was days ago. I don't think it was of anything importance, though. And in all honesty, probably an unpopular opinion, and that's okay because we all have our own minds, and we all can have our own opinions, and that's cool. That's great. That's what it's about. I don't want Uni to lose. Sorry, I don't. Because if he were to lose to JLR, it would be bad. It would be bad with JLR. Mm-hmm. And other creators. He would be filing lawsuits every day. It would just start the whole ball rolling all over again. And he wouldn't stop. Anybody who even talked about him, it just would be bad. I think JLR is doing what he can to try to keep things shook up. He knows he's not getting a summary judgment. He does not have an attorney. He is not an attorney. And this is all just for him to try to get a reaction out of Uni. And to also, now Uni's lawyer is going to have to file something else because he filed for a summary judgment. It's just, JLR needs to be careful because if Uni got to have a decent attorney, he just could come back to bite him real bad. So, I don't know. Yeah, this week did suck. It was just so weird. I have Taz. You know what? I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I'll have to think about that for a minute because it's been a minute since I haven't been in Jolie. So yeah, it still may be something. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, Navy Tex Ranch. There you go. Thank you, Algie. So, let's see what Betty got loaded here. Oh, I don't know. I really want to hear her talk about the Rudy story. I really don't. I don't know. Did you all see the rental scam video? Where she thinks that a rental scam, which happens a lot there, anywhere where there's a lot of rentals, stuff like this happens. But it has nothing to do with the Idaho 4 case, but somehow she's managed to make it all about it because it was supposedly at the same address, but it was all online. It was, no. Just like with the cop calls, no. And the kid getting pulled over, no. None of that had anything to do with what happened. But she played it. Oh, I'll get angry if I hear her talking about Rudy and that story. Because I heard her first rant about the little girl that was just found. And she didn't even have the facts to rant about. Because she was saying that man was the little girl's father. And he wasn't. Oh, she's now since. I didn't hear her say that she was wrong. All I heard her say was this was her father. I don't think she ever owned it. Hey, I got that wrong. He wasn't her dad. But, yeah. I didn't like the way she handled none of that. Yeah, Tazzy, I think a lot of us were. Nope. Okay, so. Oh my God, why does she do her thumbnails with that picture of herself? Betty, why do you... And she's not the only creator to do it. There's a couple creators that do cheesy thumbnails. Like, they'll do these stupid pictures. I'm sorry, these stupid poses. Like she does. Like, I'm so surprised. Wow, shocking surprise. Jane is on the run. And then below it goes, Rudy, the truth. You don't know the truth. Nobody knows the real truth yet. We may never. But, okay, we'll listen to a couple minutes of it. We'll give her a couple minutes. But if we're going to jump through the screen, nope, we'll have to find some other content. Because I don't want to end up being like a tube top wearing potato, blacking out where I don't even know what I'm doing and saying. Or I'm not going to have to take, commercials. I don't love you either. Okay. No. I'll share screen. Come on. Share screen. Thank you. Appreciate you. Not really, but. Hey, you know what? Another thing I am going to start doing, because I am really bad at it, I'm going to start paying closer attention to chats, I think, sometimes. Not, when I'm out in other chats. Because, it's like these people spend hours a day just going and looking at people's chats. Not what's being said in the video, at people's chats. And they do content after content on it. Why? I thought it, okay. You know Tyler Perry. Yeah, she said Winter was killed by her father, didn't know her parents' names. Yeah, she did a really bad job. Oh my God, blackout, no wonder she don't know what's going on. Well, that's what she said. She gets so angry and she just loses it and she blacks out. While live on YouTube, she can bounce from chat to chat though and get back to her live and continue and not be phased, but she blacked out. From the anger. You can't make this shit up. These people. I haven't went back and watched her. So, you know, I'm sure she's had shit to say. If she hasn't, give her a minute. But I've mentioned it before and I'm going to mention it again. I have, little, I don't know, maybe it's just weird. I don't know. But her doing a channel on recovery and mental health and then throwing in some makeup. Yeah. But you sit on here and say that you get so angry in a YouTube chat that you black out. But you want to do a channel and give people advice on recovery and mental health while you're doing their makeup or while you're doing your makeup. I'm not sure. Or your co-host makeup. I don't know. But you sit up here and actually have said you had to take double medication, whatever the medication may be. It could be a stupid Tylenol, I don't know. But you said it just so you could handle doing this stream because you were so upset about it. And you want to do mental health advice. Okay. Do you have any training? I mean, real training, any education in recovery or mental health advice? I don't know. I thought you said you worked as a mechanic. You said you went to school for computer programming. You said you're a super troll, the best troll ever. You're good at cropping, copying, and pasting. So I don't know. I just don't think. I don't think that's a good subject. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I think it's going to be. They truly give out advice. It's not going to go well. And I'm praying that they really don't. Okay, but this is Betty, and I know I'm going to regret this. This is her covering Rudy Ferris' story. And she's saying what really happened and who's telling the truth. Well, Bets, we all don't know yet. But we're going to hear what she has to say. Buckle up, because I have no idea. She looks older than me. I was really shocked to find out how much older than her I am. I was really shocked. I thought she was, around 53, 54. I really did. I'm not trying to be mean. I just did. I don't mean it as an insult because, hey, you're still young. Yeah. Well, let's see what she has to say here.
7 to 9, 9:30. And because I know that we don't need to be up so early. I mean, when the kids got to go to school and they got to get up and it's a hustle and bustle house in the morning, it's one thing. But most of the people, you know,
Betty, how the hell would you know? You live alone. You didn't have kids. How would you know? It's a hustle bustle in the morning.
we're in summer months. Some people are off, they're taking vacations. They're getting up a little later. So we're going to be getting up a little later because we want to make sure our audience gets to see us live, right? So there's, we're talking about a lot of different cases, and I got some information which we probably will go over tomorrow. And it is on the, which one's this one? So if you guys remember the vacation mom, the mom that went to Puerto Rico and Detroit while she left her 16-month.
Hey, Deb, listen to me. I can't even get her name right. Hey, Bets, you don't need to print up all that stuff. Do you know the paper that you waste and the ink you go through? That's insane. Even I figured out how to save it so you have it to read, but you don't need to actually print that stuff out. Does it make you feel important to have stacks of papers? Because that's sure. I hope you double print them. At least save yourself some money. Because I see you always have boxes of paper on there. I can see why. Just a little tip, that's all. You can actually use both sides of the paper and get double for your money. Just saying.
Child home. Well, we got some of the record requests in on that file. So we'll be going over those probably sometime tomorrow or, Saturday. I will be going live this weekend, Saturday, as well as Sunday. Because obviously Thursday and Friday is going to be a little up in the air because of the company I'm going to be having. So long story short, I will be here first thing in the morning, and you guys won't see me, but you guys will see me over the weekend. Now, the kickoff of this one, we're talking about
Betty. Are you going to end up going to see Trump next week? Because every time he gets close where you can go, or even if he isn't close, you'll fly to see him. But you have, things just come up and you're MIA for a couple of days, because, last time you didn't want no one to know, big secret. So is this another big secret? Because we don't care. You don't have to hide that you're going to see Trump, Betty. Who are you hiding it from? And why? Not a big deal. Anyway.
Rudy Farias. We heard about this. I didn't really jump in on this. We talked about it on my lives, but we didn't brand any specific live to Rudy's case because just something was really off for me, especially the whole 8 years missing and him being 17. So, and then there were some stories that were coming out that were really kind of like really far-fetched. Like he was walking the dogs and came across a girl that was being that was trafficked or whatever the case may be. I don't know. And he just told her to run, and I'm like, what? That just seems like if something like that happened, it would have been breaking the news. It would have been everybody.
Okay. I haven't heard that version, but I quit hearing all the versions because I got tired of hearing them. But I heard that he was out walking the dogs and he disappeared. I never heard none of this other stuff she just added. The lies just keep... This thing is growing so badly. In all honesty, nobody knows the real truth. Not yet. I don't think the real truth, the whole truth, has been told. I don't know. But that's just my opinion. There's just too many people coming out for their 5 minutes It's just a lot. And I got lots of questions. But it's not my place to ask them. It's Betty's place. Betty's going to ask them. Oh, it's an entire rabbit hole, and the mother has told some whoppers. Oh, yeah, I know. That's what I mean. But, okay. Yeah, she's catfished. Yeah, scammed. Did a lot of shit. But he was actually out and about. He drove her car. So he wasn't being held against his... There was just a lot of questions. And I'm sorry, but I did my own checking into this QX. And there's some problematic behavior, that's for sure. And cases. Yeah. So, he's a total stranger. All this is, I don't know. I got a lot of questions. I find it weird they had a press conference in front of the house, not at a police station. Yeah. You know why? Because in front of that house got them more attention. He's all about the attention for himself. Why are they even holding these press conferences? I thought the kids made it clear he doesn't want to talk to no one, and he just wants to be left alone. So let him alone. Why are you still doing press conference after press conference and spitting it more and more, and the things just get bigger and bigger, and there's just where was the family for 8 years? I mean, there's just a lot. I don't know what happened. I truly don't know what happened. And as it stands right now, I don't believe that. I don't believe half of what's being said. Probably more than half. I don't know.
And their mother out in Texas would have been hunting for this person that attacked this young girl, and now this boy that was walking a dog went missing. Okay, it wouldn't have been a missing person, a missing persons case like it was. It doesn't sound, my understanding after doing a litany of research, and I'm sure you guys are probably hearing this from a lot of channels. I don't know. I haven't been watching a lot of channels.
Okay, litany of research, Betty. Either one of your subs or mods sent you a clip that you watched, or you checked out a channel. You didn't do a litany of research. That's not happening.
But it kind of I did learn that 17 in Texas is an adult. So even back 8 years ago, when he was reported missing, they did take it seriously. It's not like they didn't. They just took the report and it just went on a desk somewhere. I mean, it sounds like they've actually made several trips to the house over this period of time. It also, from my understanding, sounds like not only Rudy, but his mother has provided law enforcement on those visits. Hey, Cool Gamer, it's nice to see you. On those visits, it sounds like they both gave them, bunk names. And when you do background checks, especially on the mother, you see multiple aliases come up on her. Multiple. I mean, it's, I pull reports, I pull background checks as part of my regular, as part of this job, looking into people, looking into the cases, trying to find any possible.
What job? And them things look like horns sticking out the side of your head, Betty. They really do. But that is a really good... never mind. But, Betty, what job? And no, you don't have to pull background checks. Because in all honesty, they're not your business. They're really not. That's what you fail to realize. You get information that is not your business. And you shouldn't be putting. You shouldn't have. You for what reason? And I believe what you said. You pull background checks on everybody. We know.
Leads, tips, people to contact, people to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm constantly pulling background checks on people, witnesses, suspects, victims, anything and everything. So.
Okay. A victim's background is not your business. It's the police's business. And a witness's background definitely doesn't need to be your business or in the hands of someone like you because of the things you do. You can report on this story without releasing people's information. I don't care that it's public. You go above and beyond that, and you know it. And you often get details wrong on these checks you do on people, and you never correct it. In fact, you'll go even harder when you know you're being called out. But I just don't know why it's also necessary when you don't get it right in the first place. You can sure do good content without all the crap that you add to it, Betty.
So I'm not going to, put that information out. I believe there are some that have already put it out there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let my audience know that there is a significant amount of aliases under her name, and out of all the reports I pulled, this is the largest of aliases, I have to say. But what really kicked this off, a lot of people were, coming out and bashing. This is why you don't ever say people.
But if
sketch too, I'm going to get up. So I'm constantly a little later.
Oh, this stupid video, Betty. What? See that? It skipped right ahead on me. Let's go back to it. She doesn't need these. Some of the information that Betty goes after has nothing to do with. It's not. Why aren't you loading? Don't you even play with me?
Sunday, because obviously Thursday and Fridays.
All right, stop. Oh, it's driving me nuts.
Child and family member, immediate family member, from what we're all kind of hearing. I don't know if anybody else lived in that house with them. I almost want to say that I heard there were 2 other people living there, but I don't know. I think it might be in one of these videos that I have pulled up for you guys to see, and we'll get to that. I didn't write it down. So if I didn't write it down, I review so much stuff, I can't keep it all together. So,
so you didn't really watch these
there's
videos.
This possible insurance policy. Now, it would go into that whole realm of them having financial issues because of the loss of the husband, the loss of the brother. I can see where the mom might be going through some financial hardship, and this relieved her. They had the GoFundMe, the insurance policy. All he had to do was just stay hidden for just a little bit, and I think that extended, and then something more started happening there. Because they were so isolated together, neither one of them could leave. And I think that when we were hearing about how he was going over to neighbors, it's because those are probably new neighbors, didn't know what was going on. They probably felt comfortable that they didn't know that he had been missing. So he was able to go out of that home. So this whole held captive thing doesn't really bode with me either.
No. She's trying to put, like, this was just your typical normal, mom and son that went through trauma, losing the husband, the dad, the brother, losing her child or her other son. She's trying to make this in a whole different light. I don't like if it's people are saying she ripped off insurance, but I don't know how she could rip it off because they both actually did die. But Betty, I understand there was more than one GoFundMe. He wasn't missing, Betty. Yeah.
But I do have an explanation for it. So before we get diving into this, I want to go back. I know many of us have already seen this video. It is the Quinnell X. He's the activist that had an opportunity to speak with Rudy, and I'm going to play it.
I'm not so sure. Activist. Okay. I'm going to fast forward to these because I more want to hear what she has to say. I've heard enough of what he has to say and the family has to say, and I'm over it. Yeah, I haven't watched him lately either, Helen. The house was searched when he went missing, and several other times in the 8 years after a report. He was seen at another address and wasn't there when police arrived. Oh. She always is after police saying they didn't do their job. She is saying they did good. That's a flip. Just noticed. Excuse me. She's trying to make it like a whole different kind of vibe and environment than what everybody else is saying. It's just like, I don't know.
But we're going to play it through, but I'm going to stop it because I do have some commentary that I want to make on it. And I'm going to do that for the other videos as well. I know we've watched them. If you haven't watched them, you're just watching them here for your first time, you'll still be able to get the context, even though we're not going to play it all the way through without stopping. But this is really what kicked this off. Everybody was kind of cheering, yay, we found a kid after 8 years. And then something happened and all these lies started surfacing. And we all just kind of got sucked into this because it's like, wait, what? Right? We're all sitting here scratching our heads. And now neighbors are coming out with TikTok saying, wait a minute, we just saw this guy. They're on the news saying, hey, we just saw this guy. He's been hanging out with us for years. What do you mean he's missing? We didn't know he was missing. So it's like, oh my goodness. Okay, well, that's great. I'm glad you did. Now you can be happy and go away.
Oh, she didn't like that comment.
But so, and
who was that?
But you hear this story and you can't, to us, to the normal people, you would think that this is unbelievable. And there are two options here. There are two possibilities here. One is whether or not this really happened and what did actually happen. So I'm just going to kick off. Let's get started.
That is the $1,000,000 question. We still don't know exactly what the hell is going on. That's all.
Started as to what kicked this entire case off, blew it up, made it almost go viral with the crazy in this case. And I believe this guy. I mean, what reason did this man have?
Now you believe him?
Even when you see him talking and you see him emotional, like there were some things said in that room that shook this man to his core.
You know what? Him and Betty are a lot alike. This Quentin X, this QX, they're a lot alike on how they manipulate and their antics, their dramatics. Of course she would believe what he says. Because she would be holding those press conferences. She'd have that bullhorn full blast. So, yeah, I can see it. I can see it. At some point, he was reportedly living outside another house. PD searched them. Oh. Hey, Hope. Yeah. I really can't say I'm surprised. And I haven't watched it, so I don't know what she said in this video.
Okay. I mean, his body language is not. It doesn't. It's not showing deception.
Huh?
It's showing remorse and just disbelief. So let's take a look at
What?
this. Let me take this banner down real quick. Let's take a look at this.
You can read body language now? Do we have to add that to the bingo? Body language expert. Like you're a lawyer, right? Yeah, I seen where you actually told people you were a lawyer, Betty. Yeah, why are you always lying? But you really did say that, by the way. It's easy to find. I think it's on Crimes and Fashions. It's on Burnt Toast. Yeah. In fact, it was in Burnt Toast chat when you told somebody that. Yeah, bragging about how you were an attorney. But we're supposed to believe you?
This and then we'll go from there.
Oh, are you kidding me? Get YouTube Premium.
And I see that my internet's going down just slightly. I apologize. I don't know what's going on with it, but it is what it is. So we're just going to go.
We have a lot
the
of.
best we can. There is this backup, anyways.
We are having a lot of ugly clouds, and it is blocking the signals up. Every time it's nasty and cloudy out, the signals suck. Just saying. May not have nothing to do with it, but this is low.
Hopefully, you guys can.
I don't want to watch this again. I can't. I've heard enough.
I put this out there. I put this out there on Twitter. I don't know if how true it is, but I believe it is true. I believe it is true.
Believe what's true?
Within the next week, within the next 7 days, there will be an arrest made in this case. That is what I'm hearing from on my back, on the back end of for me. Because everybody's saying why is there no arrest? Why did he leave?
Arrest for what? And within 7 days, you know that? Arrest for what? Because I haven't heard anybody being charged yet. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I missed it. I got tired of hearing it, so I turned it off. Could be. But as far as I know, Normally is they went with the missing story after he did leave because she got so much attention, then money, and Rudy went along with it. That's all. QX is out for clout. I'm standing by that. Well, okay. I believe he's out for clout. Between Q and the media, plus family members, neighbors, etc., this is a terrible situation, especially for him. That woman ain't normal either. Nope, she's not. And you're right about it all. It's nothing but a circus. She heard there will be an arrest. Everyone else is still trying to figure out what is true. Betty already got her arrested and everything else, and guarantees within a week. Yeah, okay, Bets. Okay, Bets.
We're gonna explain all of that. He did not leave with his mother. From my understanding, he is not staying with his mother. I just want to dispute that as well. They're going to say that he left willingly with his mother. He did not. He is with family friends. So let's just keep going.
Making fictitious reports and failure to ID. Investigators have reached out to Adult Protective Services. HPD Victim Services has reached out. We've also connected Rudy with Victim Services to ensure that he has a method to recover. Now, based on Rudy's interview, there were no reports of sexual abuse reported.
Now you hear him. Report it. Report it. What does it take to report a crime? It's not just telling an officer about the crime. You can tell somebody about the crime all day long. You can tell law enforcement about the crime all day long. But until you physically write that affidavit outlining the crimes that took place, there's not a whole lot that they can do. But they are doing what they need to do. And we're going to get to that.
Okay.
If there is a disclosure made, we will continue to investigate.
If there is a disclosure made, if he tells him, it has to have a written statement under penalty of perjury.
And you don't think that
It's called an affidavit, and it is.
if the officer was in the room when all this was going down, if somebody would have recorded it? I mean, I'm just saying.
Is required in a case like this.
Currently, the investigation is active, and there are new leads coming in. We'll continue to follow those leads. We do take all allegations seriously, and any new information or facts that we receive will be investigated.
And remember how what was his name? Louise. Quinnell. I don't know why I can't say his name. Quinnell. Remember how he kept saying that Rudy kept saying, I don't want my mom in trouble. I don't want her arrested. Remember him telling us that? And you just heard this law enforcement state that they have not received a report about the allegations yet. And if they do, they will investigate that. Okay. So it's not that they do not have, or they do not believe that there's nothing that they can do at this moment unless they find evidence of this particular.
Betty. They can question her. I mean, this dude's been missing, supposedly missing. They could question her, definitely take her in for questioning. Him as well. But then that would make it, you guys would make it out that the police were attacking a victim. So, if they are talking to them, seeing as how it's an ongoing investigation, the cops couldn't tell you what's being said anyway during the investigation, Betty. Just letting you know. You know, you are an attorney. I shouldn't have to tell you. You know, you're a YouTube attorney. In your mind. In your reality. She heard there will be, okay. The HB sit down and shut up. You have no clue what is going on there in Texas. Yeah. And one GoFundMe is $25,000. That's a felony if she got it by fraud. I thought one was only like $2,000 and one was not much more. I didn't know there was one that went to $25,000. insurance fraud because the mom lied about the car being wrecked and she reported it stolen for the money because the insurance. Yeah. Yeah, I see it was because he's the one that wrecked the car. If that's even true. I mean, at this point, I don't even know what it is. There's too much being said. It's just, and when people get this deep involved in one of these stories, it gets to be too much. And then you look at people that you know, thought you understood on YouTube. I mean, outside of YouTube, I can't tell you what y'all do. But from what I see, you know, I'm kind of surprised at some people's responses to this QX. Almost like they're eating up you know, just listening to it and believing it. And I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait to find out. I look at the whole picture, not just this little tiny portion, because even this little tiny nucleus doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Not the facts he's saying, the things he's saying that as fact that we don't know if they are really fact. I don't know. Maybe it's his presentation. I don't know. There's just it just doesn't fit. The whole family dynamic with the drama and everything else, and where were they for 8 years? I got questions there. It's like that. Neighbors, everybody's doing little video clips. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing 1,000,001 interviews, and it's. Yeah. Too much.
Crime. And I think they're looking, and we'll get to that in a second as well.
Yeah, I know, T.
Hold on. I'm gonna let him translate, and we're gonna do it.
I want to
Okay,
fast
they're gonna
forward.
translate this in Spanish, so let me go ahead and get this.
Buenos días y gracias a todos por estar aquí.
Report and put in offense reports what a victim or potential victim tells us. Okay.
Oh, here, this is where he explains it a little bit better.
They interview. This is all investigation.
Okay, wait a minute.
Question.
Betty, I got questions for you. You said that you totally believe this QX character. But then here you are sticking up for the police, because we always know you back the blue, right? Or so you claim to anyway. Your actions speak different, however. I'm confused. How can you be, when he's going saying the police didn't do shit, trying to cover stuff up, all this other stuff? You can't. So, never mind. It wouldn't matter. You wouldn't get it. I don't know who is a victim, but YouTube needs to let case work out now. Cash hang money. Yeah, I know. I already did that. I seen that T after. I was just telling her, it just. I don't even know what to say with Betty.
Basically, what we're saying is our investigation, and we treat it the same. We're gonna, our investigators, we're in the room, and basically, what they heard and what they.
There you go. What did he just say?
What
did he just say there?
What?
He admitted that his investigators were in the room and they heard what they heard. So now that has already corroborated Quinnell's statement.
No.
That he was there.
No. All it means is that there was a police officer in the room, but it doesn't back what he's actually saying was said. it's still not backing the most important part, the conversation. They have not come out and said that that's exactly what was said in there. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Have they since? Houston PD has had a lot of experiences with QX. Oh, from what I've looked up, and I didn't take nobody's words for it. I did my own looking. I went a snooping. Yes, I did. It wasn't hard to find, and there's lots of info. And yeah, it's pretty problematic.
With detectives. And this officer just confirmed that.
Mm-hmm.
So they are holding back a lot. They're holding back a lot. And because Quinnell went public with the SA allegations, it is causing some problems on their end by trying to keep certain facts under wrap. So, again, I'm not beating up Quinnell at all. Again, I'm just stating the facts as they are. Okay, I would have most likely have done the same thing, and I would have had people saying, "You got right." Okay, that's what media does. It's what we do. It's what activists and advocates do. So,
there you go with the we again. Hey, Betts, you're not the media. You're not an activist, and you're not an advocate. So, you and that we.
But we do have to look at it because, in fairness, this is information that law enforcement doesn't want out to the public and definitely doesn't want to be known by any kind of suspect in the crime because they might what? Flee. And what did we hear? We heard that mom did what? Packed up her stuff in the middle of the night and went somewhere. So this has already caused problems with Quinnell coming out publicly.
People are going to her home. Granted, she is a whole deep rabbit hole, and I don't think she's going to come out of this unscathed, and she shouldn't. She really shouldn't if this was all a scam. And she should pay for everything she did and every resource wasted. But we don't know that yet. And Betty,
what you're seeing with law enforcement, in my opinion,
people were at this woman's house. Hell, he did a news conference in front of her home. Are you kidding me? Not at the police station or somewhere else. Had to be in front of her home. I think I'd go to a hotel too. Just saying. Now that she is an activist and advocate, sitting behind the screen, Miss Bourne. It's a turd in her grave. She went stalking is where she went. PHB and that mouse in her pocket. In no way what he just said corroborated what QX claims. I know. And she's trying to eat her cake, have her cake and eat it too, as they say, because she's trying to still stick up for the police, but still trying to stick up for him. And she's like, oh, no matter which way I go, I'm going to get slammed here. But she's kind of like this QX, They do have some things in common. I'm just saying. They do.
Is them kind of walking some of that stuff back to help preserve their case. That's what I'm seeing here.
Of view, that's what we attest to in all offense reports and all investigations. And I'm not here, neither are they here to question anybody's integrity, but our integrity with the Houston Police Department stands. And we're going to report and put in offense reports what a victim or potential victim tells us. Okay.
Okay.
Sergeant Stephen Menez. Yes, I interviewed him, and no, there was no. I'm trained to listen for probable cause.
He's trained to listen for probable cause, but you can't have probable cause unless the witness is willing to provide that in a statement. So they're having to they're having to take a longer route to get to the end of this, probably because Rudy is not cooperating as much as he should be in a situation like this, because he is, maybe he is, but he is under his mother's thumb.
I'm trained to listen for statements that can help me get charges or move forward with the case. And no, there was no statements made during this investigation so far. No.
Thank you. Next question.
And we know that's not true. And he never said, if you listen to what he said.
Okay. And that's not true. How? Because QX says so? Okay. No, you like to go with law enforcement, Betty. This is a case you can hammer law enforcement on. Like you did in Georgia? Yeah, you'll do it.
Said he never denied the sexual allegation aspect of it. He never.
He said it was never said.
He denied all statements. In reality, that's what he just said. No statements made whatsoever.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mario.
Then that covers it.
Wait a minute. Go ahead. We get it. Yeah.
Okay. I want to just hear her
He is
responses.
being investigated equally right along with his mother. And, depending on how this comes out, I don't know. I think his mother will be charged. I think that's the one that's going to be arrested within the next 7 days.
Okay.
That's just state law.
Just state law. They do not ever release victims' information.
But the mom didn't get arrested as of yet, correct? She watched one news conference and knows the whole thing. QX is... She's something.
The investigation is still going on, Courtney, and I'm not going to say if he's a victim or not. I'm thinking, and saying we're going to treat this just as we do with any potential victim or victim.
See, he's just walking it back. He's trying to let them know we're not saying he's a victim, because then that would imply that there is that SA, which they never acknowledge, because it's state law for them not to disclose the name of an SA victim in Texas. And so you see where the issue is coming in. Now, what you're going to hear, and actually I'm probably not going to play it all the way through because this is an hour video, and we'll have some talking points tomorrow as well. But what I did get out of here is that this is an active investigation.
Nuh-uh.
Police are stating the victim didn't tell them anything, and we just discussed that.
Betty, that's not breaking news or rocket science. We've known it's an active, open investigation, Betty. You didn't prove anything by what was said, because the police are saying one thing, QX is saying another. Don't know.
They talk about not releasing any information about victims of SA. They are following the evidence and where the evidence will lead. We also have the house that was previously searched. Here, this is.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard.
Wait, she what? She just recanted what Coffin Doctor said about arrest. Yeah. Oh, hey, Starry Night. Ours claimed to be a lawyer just like PHB. Oh, my. She's... She can't make up her mind.
I'm so excited to announce that local
The sun was up. Detectives with the crime scene unit could be seen taking videos and pictures, walking around the backyard. It's unclear where the family is, but neighbors and family say they're concerned about Rudy Farias, known by many in this neighborhood as Dolph.
I fear for Rudy Farias' life.
Rudy's aunt, Pauline Sanchez
Come
Rodriguez, says
on.
she's worried about her nephew's well-being. He was last seen with his mother
I mean,
leaving the hotel.
look at the dramatics. He brings him out with a sheet over him. Do you even know 100% for sure that's him? Or was this all staged as well? I mean, come on. Talk about drama. Talk about wanting the effect. Yeah. QX and Gizzy hit me like MGL and BHB. Yeah. Hey, yo. Wow, she just yeah. Wow, she just confirmed my statement from the other stream. I must be a monkey's uncle. BHB is ominous. No, wow, slow clap. Hey, Headstones. Yeah, this is just dramatic. And this would be something Betty would do. You know, she's in awe. Because this is how she likes to behave. With all the drama and thinking you're more than you are and giving interviews or thinking you're giving interviews. But yeah, boy, this would be a dream come true. For her to have news reporters there to talk to her like he did. Oh. This would she wants it to be her.
Near Bush Airport, where they were interviewed by HPD on Wednesday. This is video that neighbors took Tuesday night as Rudy's mother loaded up their car less than 24 hours before police questioned her. This is what she said on camera.
And now they want to arrest me because they said I was hiding him.
Everything's coming out to the light because I knew that she's been lying all this time.
And where have you been?
APRC that they would see Rudy regularly, and they called him Dolph. They also claimed that the mother, Janie, offered them money.
Stay quiet. She wanted us to keep quiet. But I told her, before I walked off, I told her one thing I'm not supposed to do is lie about something.
I want to hear Betty.
She even approached the neighbors.
I just want to hear Betty's reaction.
You know, we got to think of mom's mental state as well. She lost her husband, lost a son. He was the only last really living relative that she had.
Oh, why does it keep doing that? I'm about ready to scream at this thing.
About something.
Wow. She even approached the neighbors to
his mother. He needs to get the facts straight. Rudy is not with his mother. He is.
There you go. Rudy is not with his mother. Many people are concerned about his well-being and everything. His mother took off without him, from my understanding. So he is with friends, family friends. Let's hope it stays that way. But I also wanted to go back. You know, law enforcement is saying that they're going to take this. Before we go into here, I had some talking points about the crime scene aspect of this, where they're
crime scene.
Guys, they're going in there most likely to see if there's biological.
There's a crime scene? I didn't know they have charged anybody or mentioned any crimes yet.
Logical material in that master bedroom consistent with what Rudy is stating. They are taking this seriously. They're not charging the mother yet. They're trying to cool this down a little bit so they can get their investigation and get their I's dotted and their T's crossed in this. They've said it multiple times. They're not making any arrests in this case until their investigation
Okay.
is complete.
Betty, I'm confused. I'm confused, Betty. You said that he was telling the truth and the police were not. But here you are. It seems like you're backing what the police have done and are saying. But then you're going to go back to backing what he says. Okay. You ride the middle.
I truly believe there will be an arrest made. Now, the police chief talks about budget. He spent a lot of his time, well, not a lot of his time. He spent a good portion, though, speaking about the lack of budget that they have. This is what we're hearing all over this country. All over this country. We're hearing, up in Idaho and Moscow, they're letting people walk and skate on some serious crimes.
And people have blown that all out of proportion too. Well, maybe that is the way to put it. But that's gotten all twisted up as it's being retold about the police department and funding needing cameras or body cams or dash cams, whatever. It's just been so twisted up and changed around. I don't even know. Well, if the family really did call, the family tried a few times from what they've said. One call in 2018, they called the police and told them Rudy was home and not missing. Okay. I knew she was lying for 8 years, but held that. Yeah. Yeah. I question, where's the family been myself? And if he was reported home in 2018, I don't know. Everybody's getting their 5 minutes of interviews, that's for sure.
Because they don't have the finances to prosecute them. This whole thing about defunding our police, defunding this, defunding that, this is the result of it. We don't even have money in this country to prosecute the worst of the worst, right? Now, granted, this mom probably doesn't rise to the level of the worst, but she is a flippin' monster. She is a monster.
Okay.
And she deserves, and he does.
And you know this how? Because of QX's reports, but you don't know if any of it's true. Do I think she was stable? Do I think she was doing some really bad, underhanded crap? Absolutely. But I'm not ready to jump and say, hey, she did everything they're saying.
Does too, quite frankly, because no matter what he did,
Because the only one saying it is QX. And just the way it's being told, it just, and the whole situation about getting involved, it makes no sense. Why would she call him in the first place? It just doesn't make sense.
no matter whether he stayed with her or didn't stay with her or had an opportunity to leave, he was mentally screwed up by that lady. She was his mother, right? His mother. It's just sad. So let's get back to his family and what they have to say.
Is with this other friend who has known and had Rudy in her possession.
¿Dónde está Rudy en estos momentos? ¿Qué saben de él?
Rudy ahorita está con una amiga de Jenny, la mamá, y estamos esperando que él venga.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't want to go into those interviews again. I think Betty is. Let me see what Chad has to say. Chad's more interesting than Betty. Look at her. She's reading it on her phone or something on her phone. So she's really not going to have anything relevant to say because she's not even listening and she probably hasn't watched this video before.
From each other. But was this going on? You know, he was a quiet, timid boy before. A quiet, timid boy before.
And
Right? And just a little advertisement here. If you guys don't know, our beautiful Sonia makes shirts. She has a whole line of Coffee Club and Bullhorn Betty shirts. If you'd like to give those, or would like to purchase a shirt from her as opposed to Teespring, I can tell you that it's a lot quicker turnaround shipping time, and they're good quality shirts. They're good quality.
Yeah, you guys in the shirts. Yeah. I think there's another creator that might have some questions about shirts that were supposed to be made for him and weren't, and yeah, how money was paid, and yeah, things just never transpired.
Shirts. You've seen the shirts that I have, the hats. They're nice, good quality shirts. So if you'd like to,
You know, I talked about those messages, a couple lives ago. I don't have the time or the patience to bring them up again. I thought I screenshotted them. Maybe I did. But it's just about how they do their t-shirts and how this person does t-shirts and didn't do the t-shirts though, or the money was not. It's a mess. It's a mess. I'll dig them out and read them.
Purchase a shirt from Sonia. She's going to be donating $5 toward the channel. So I thought it'd be great. So if you guys would like to order your shirts, please get with her. Sonia.
Well, see how it's, your logo and for your channel. I'm wondering what else you're getting. Just saying. It's a fundraiser for you, Betty.
Sonia is in the chat. I thought I saw her earlier. You can get with her and order your shirts, get all that stuff taken care of. They're great shirts. She's got several different styles. She's got the ones with, the Team Foul Play. She's got the No Justice, No Peace, which Dolly, Olivia, and I are on it. She's got a whole line of.
You might want to check some of your phrases because some of those phrases you guys use are copyrighted and not by you.
So if you guys would like to get that.
So you need to check some of your phrases. You do. Before you get in trouble. Because, this other creator that y'all even did a Facebook group on him, for him, but he couldn't access it right. But anyway, we've been in the t-shirt business before and it didn't go very well. Because you weren't even supposed to do it.
Please go over and support one of our channel members.
Possible that happened. Yes.
All right, I'm done with Betty.
Yes. Yes. La mamá sí le hizo algo.
Yeah,
Nosotros no vamos
I didn't want to say his name because I thought, the grift is on. Yeah, the Doug shirts, T. The shirts that Doug never got, and Doug never got the money for it either. And they weren't, yeah. When you're ready to save up or resend, okay. Let's see what else you got to say. If she don't have much more to say, I'm gonna log her off.
Nada. Si no lo
I don't want to hear the family.
FBI credential, how quickly you can track somebody out. U.S. Marshal credential, it's amazing how you can be looking for somebody for a year. You turn it over to the U.S. Marshals, and in 2 days they're picked up and brought back. Right? So Big Brother's watching. I'm not worried about people fleeing.
You're not?
Like even Kayla Montgomery fled, right?
Mm-hmm.
U.S. Marshals busted in the door and hauled her butt back. I'm not worried about it.
Well, it's a good.
Sure, but I'm gonna have to say she knows a lot of people in HPD, and
It's a good thing Betty's not worried about it. Law enforcement can sleep easy tonight because the bullhorn isn't worried about it. That's all that matters. Dolly and Olivia are on them. Are they getting any percentage? Sounds like trouble to me. It will be. It'll be another disaster. Just like the Doug thing. She plagiarized music shirts, TN sports shirts. Oh. See, they're going to get caught doing that stuff because some of that stuff them people take seriously. That's their copyrighted material and they take it seriously. They're going to get caught. I mean, you can look up phrases that they use and see if they're copyrighted and who owns the rights to them. Don't think you're going to see their names. But I'm about to have enough of Betty tonight. Besides that, it is going on 1 o'clock. It is going on 1 o'clock. They do watch and they will get you in all equipment that you own. Yeah. She's so smart. She knows about everything. Drives me nuts. But now she's a body language expert. Crazy. But guys, it is going on 1 o'clock. I thank you for coming back in just to hang out and chat a little bit. That's really all I wanted to do. Couldn't sleep, so I'm still working and listening. You're working? Wow. All right, guys. I'm going to check out of here. It's late. All right. I thank everybody for coming in and joining me. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button and subscribe. All right, guys. I'll see you next time over the weekend.